Well, it's been a little bit, so I figured it's time to give y'all an update on everything that's going on. And yes, I'm sure you've noticed the stash is gone. I wanted to change up things a little bit, so that's what I did. Anyway, it's time for update episode of This Week with BigC. So before we get any further into this episode, I wanted to thank everyone who's been supportive during this time of need. Things have been really bad, and I got a lot of support from people who helped out, and I have some shout outs that I'll share during the recap of people who actually shared donations and stuff with me. I also wanted to shout out Brad, who contracted me to catch him some shiny Pokemon. So thanks, Brad. I didn't shout you out before because our arrangement wasn't done when I recorded that clip. So yeah, a lot of people to thank. Still here, still hanging in there. But in terms of what's been going on, here's a recap of everything. Hey everybody, it is Tuesday, and I'll address the first major change that I'm sure you probably noticed, and that is I shaved the stash. It was something I had since 2020. I mostly did it because I was bored and hadn't really had facial hair before. It's the only one I could really pull off, kind of. I don't know, it's up for debate whether I ever properly pulled it off, but I just kept it for a while. I decided that because of everything going on, I wanted to make a change, so just decided to shave it off. So no more stash. I'm back to being babyface me again, but that's one thing. So, first of all, before we get into updates, I want to say from the bottom of my heart to thank you to everyone who's been supporting me during this whole mess. It means a lot, whether it's kind words or I've actually had several people donate or request a little cameo video. So I want to give a special shout out to Rachel, Amanda, Carlos, and to Laura, who all contributed and helped out a lot. Thank you so much. It means a lot, and it's been able to keep me afloat this month. So here's what's going on. I am currently about 86% done with my class. I'm on the last major section, so if all goes according to plan, I should be done with the meat and potatoes of the course today. Tomorrow is basically going to be test prep, so I have a few things, a couple modules I have to do to get me ready for the exam, so that's really what I'm going to be focusing on. And then hopefully I'll have it all done before the end of the week. That's the hope. I did get a couple confirmations of things that I think are good, assuming I can get everything done in time, which after I'm done with the class, I have to go through a background check, as well as I have to officially get licensed. But once all of that is done, I will start work and start training the following Monday, whenever that is. So hopefully it will be by next Monday. I don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but that's the hope. The other positive thing is I get paid weekly. So my first paycheck won't be for 2 weeks from now, which is unfortunate. But I have, at least once I start working, I can use earning to help supplement things a little bit. And at least I'll start making money, and then I get paid every week after that. So things will start getting better in 2 weeks, assuming I can pull this all off. So there's a lot that I need to go right, and I don't know if it will, but there's at least a bit of hope that if, assuming I can get this passed and get it all done fairly quickly, I might be able to start work as soon as Monday. So that's good. Other than that, my knee is still a problem. I haven't been able to fully stretch it out. It's still sore if I try to stretch it out a fair amount. The last time I tried to stand, I could stand, but I can't walk on it yet. I'm starting to worry because it's been a long time at this point. I mean, it started getting bad a little bit before the 13th, so it's been almost a month. So the fact that it's still a problem has me worried that this might be a little bit more than just a wait and see kind of thing, which is a big problem because I don't have anything that would allow me to do anything outside of my home until I can get walking again. I don't have a wheelchair. I literally have my office chair, and that's how I can move around. So I basically can't leave my apartment unless my leg gets better, or I can get like a wheelchair or crutches or a walker or something while this heals. So that's a problem, but it's not as big of a problem, at least right now, as getting through this class and trying to get work going. So also, I mentioned this on Facebook, but my apartment complex is working with us on rent, so we aren't going to be penalized for paying late. We are already late, but we need to give them an answer before Thursday as to what our plan of attack is for paying rent. And the problem with that is I don't know yet. Because, again, I don't have any income coming in. No way to really get any income besides people being nice and helping me out. So aside from that, I don't know when I'm going to be able to pay my side, and Corey's not making enough to cover the whole thing. So I don't have a distinct answer for when I'll be able to pay it off, but I have to have one by this week, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But it's good news for the most part. I wish it was better news. I wish my leg was better, and I wish I was doing a little bit better on other things. But at least I don't feel quite as down in the dumps. I don't feel as helpless as I did before, because things are finally starting to get a little better, at least. Like, my leg is getting better slowly, not where it needs to be, but it's slowly getting better. I'm almost done with the class, and assuming I can pass this exam and get everything done as quickly as possible, I might be able to start work in terms of next week. So there's positive things there. So that's what's going on. Of course, I'll update everybody with more progress, but that's what's going on right now. Hey everybody, it is Friday, and I have some news. First off, I've been attempting to get my class done all week. I was finally able to get it done on Wednesday. So class completely done, did all the practice exams, did everything. Then I originally wanted to try to schedule my state exam for Thursday. Unfortunately, by the time I was able to book it, and I had to pay a fee, the time I wanted was gone. So I wasn't able to book it in time, but I was able to book it for today, 5 p.m. So I just finished my exam about an hour ago, and I passed. So that's done. So the only things I have left to do are I have to go through a background check, and I have to get fingerprinted as part of the background check. And then once all that is done, and I get my official insurance license, I can start work fairly quickly. So the ideal situation is that I can do it by Monday. I'm not super optimistic about that just because we'll only have 2 days to get everything done. So here's hoping I can do that. But if that's not the case, the goal will be to start the following week, which is the week of Thanksgiving, which is not ideal, but I mean, I gotta start as soon as possible, whenever I can. So, that's the goal, that's the plan, but hey, I passed. That's the hardest part, is to pass the exam. Now, in terms of my health, my knee is still not better. And on top of that, I'm now dealing with pain in my back and my other leg, my other knee, which is making things so much harder. Those should go away fairly quickly. I'm a little worried about my left knee, considering it's been almost a month, still hasn't gotten better. So that's concerning, but I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do at this point. I don't have insurance, and I have no money, basically, to spend on anything. So I'm gonna have to make do with what I got. So hopefully I can get to the point where I can start walking. I've attempted to stand a few times. I think I mentioned this in the last video, and it went okay. I could stand for a few seconds, and then it was difficult. I needed some way to relieve the pressure on my left leg, because I couldn't put my left leg all the way down, which is the problem, because obviously I need that, and I can't really hop around on my right leg. So that's why I pretty much, whenever I have to move around, I have to slide into my office chair and then roll around using that, which is not great, but it's what I have to do until my leg gets better. So hopefully I can get that resolved. Another complication is when it does come time to go through the last steps, I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of going out, because I'm going to have to leave my apartment. I don't know I'm going to have to figure out a way to get a wheelchair of some kind if my leg's not better, because I don't have one, and I don't really have a way of getting one. So we'll figure that out, I guess. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I passed. That's the important thing. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I just got to get through a few more things and go from there. But at least the hardest part of this is over. That I got the exam done. I got the course done. All I have to do is go through a few things, get my license, and then start work. And then once that's done, things will start getting better. So I'm staying positive. I'm hoping things will continue to improve rapidly, and hopefully it'll start with a good Thanksgiving in a couple weeks. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. Just a couple updates on everything. First off, I've had a setback health-wise. Over the weekend, I guess I pulled a muscle or something in my lower back. So that's made movement even worse than it already was. Before, I was able to at least, move around except for walking, and I could slide into my chair easily and, push myself around that way. Because of this back issue, that's even difficult. I've actually had, until today, I had to have Corey help me sit up after I sleep because the issue of my lower back was incredibly painful to try to do any kind of movement. So that's been fun. And that's also complicated a number of things, including getting my fingerprints done and, of course, trying to get back to physical movement, which is annoying because at this point, like, my knee, I feel my knee is okay. I just need to get back to walking on it. Like, it doesn't hurt nearly as much as it used to. So I think my knee is at the point where I can walk. I just need my back to get better, and then I can start at least doing something. Because I've been standing for a little bit, at least for a few seconds, but because of the back issue, it's hard to move. So that's fun. But right now, the biggest thing I'm trying to deal with, and it's kind of a crisis situation, is rent. So I talked to the office, so actually Corey talked to the office when rent was due and explained the situation. And we basically told them that, like, hey, we're trying, I have a job lined up, I start on the 27th, but I have no income coming in. So they said the best they could do is give us until the 17th. And after that, they have to submit a eviction notice. So that's a huge problem. Obviously, I have no income, and my income has rapidly disappeared because I've had no income and I've had bills to pay, and I have more than that. I mean, right now I'm just trying to focus on figuring out how to pay rent, because even after that, I still have a lot of things I have to pay for, like the fingerprinting that I have to do for my job. It costs like $50. I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to get help on that too. And then when I apply for my insurance license, I'm gonna have to get help with that as well. So it's a whole mess. So that's really bad. I've gotten a couple people help me out, so we're making progress on the rent, but my half of the rent is $1,000, and right now I've only got $400. So I'm doing my best to reach out to whoever I can to see if I can get some help, because I really, really need it. But it's not looking good at the moment. And this is one of those things where, like, I have to do it. If I don't, I won't have an apartment. I won't have a place to live. So we have to figure out a way to make this work. And again, I know people will probably mention, like, oh, you should sell stuff. You should sell stuff. I would. Again, the problem is I can't move. And Corey works a full-time schedule. Not only that, but, like, it's a pain in the ass to do what I would need him to do to sell stuff. So it also probably wouldn't be nearly enough. I looked on GameStop's website to see how much a Switch is worth, because I have a second Switch. So I'd be willing to sell that if I had to. It's only going to be worth like $65. So it would help if we're close, but it's not going to be big enough of a dent in order to get us to where we need to go. So regardless of that, I still need help. So I'm just reaching out to everybody I can to try to see what we can do. Because it's bad, and I have to figure out a way to pay my rent in the next 3 days, or else I'm getting an eviction notice. And I really don't want that. But even then, the battle's not over, because I have bills to pay before I start my job, and I only have a very, very small amount of money to live on over the next several weeks until I get my first paycheck, which is a week from when I start work. So very much not out of the woods. It's just things keep piling on, and it's rough, but I'm just doing my best to try to hang in there and figure it out. Hey everybody, it is Thanksgiving 2023. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates it. Today was pretty good. My dad, both of my brothers, and my youngest brother's girlfriend all came up. They cooked dinner here. It was really delicious. We had turkey, garlic mashed potatoes, stuffing, green beans, sweet potato casserole. They made these like little appetizer things that were really good. And then we had Dutch apple pie and a pecan pie. All of it was great. Played a couple games. We played some super fights and played a little Jackbox earlier in the day. So it was a nice little time. Glad I was able to celebrate with the family. Everybody we had a nice little vent session when we were saying what we were thankful for, because it's been kind of a rough year for my entire family. But we're thankful that we're still here and we're hanging in there, and we can still celebrate together. That's the important thing. So yeah, there's that. In terms of work, I'm still waiting on my license to come back. And that really depends on how quickly the fingerprints come back in. I am a little worried it won't come back in by Monday, because obviously we have the holiday today and that slows things down. So if it doesn't come back by Monday, that means my start date gets delayed another week, which is not good. I really need to start work because I really need to make money. But it's out of my hands at this point. I've done what I can do. I have these I have this training course I have to take before work. So that's kind of what I've been working on throughout the week. So I'll keep working on that. And then just chilling. My leg is still the same. It just is not getting better. My dad suggested that, especially if I don't end up starting work on Monday, that maybe I try to see if I can go to like a free clinic and maybe get some medicine. Just because I gotta do something. I'm absolutely tired of not being able to walk. I mean, I haven't properly walked in about a month. So actually a little over a month now. Because of this knee issue. So I need that fixed. I know I need to go to a doctor. I can't go to a doctor because I don't have insurance and I have no money. So I gotta figure something out. So there's that. I'm rapidly running out of money. I've got like $50. So I gotta hope that I can survive, or that I might have to reach out to some more people to see if they can help me out. Because I do have some hope coming, I guess, because I did apply for unemployment and I should be eligible to get benefits starting on Monday potentially. So I gotta fill out the application and all that. So hopefully, worst comes to worst, I can get that, and that will help. But like right now, I'm just worried that I'm gonna run out of money before I can actually start making some money, and that's just not good. But I mean, I've survived this long. I was real worried that I wasn't gonna be able to pay rent. I was able to do that. I was real worried that I wasn't gonna be able to do a lot of things, and I've survived so far. So I feel I'll continue to survive and continue to do better until things rapidly start improving, because I'm sure they will once I just get through this. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. Just hoping I can start work on Monday. That's the big thing. I really need to start work on Monday so I can finally start making some money and hopefully get paid in a week from Friday. So we'll have to see what happens. And that brings us to today, which is Sunday. So there's positives and negatives about what's going on right now. The positive is there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It got moved back a little bit, it looks like, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So long story short, it does not appear my fingerprints went through in time. Because of that, I can't start tomorrow. Originally, I was supposed to start my new job tomorrow. And because the fingerprints have not gone through in time, it's starting to look like, unless something changes this afternoon, that I will not be starting work tomorrow, which is most unfortunate. I am also completely broke. I stretched the money that I was given as far as I could, paid bills. I'm also worried because I just don't know when. I mean, now because I won't be able to because I won't be starting this week, that means it'll be even further back as to when I'll actually get money. One positive, which hopefully will work out, is that I might be getting some money this weekend. I was approved for unemployment, so I can put in for benefits tomorrow, which I will be doing. And I know at least in the past, like, I got the money the same week, usually Thursday or Friday. So hopefully that'll be the case. And on top of that, I did a survey back on the 10th of October. And it was a paid survey. So I should be getting the money for that hopefully by this weekend, via a check. So I'll have some money, but I have to survive until then. That's the problem, and I'm running out of groceries. So that's not fun. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's unfortunate that I've done everything I need to do, and I still can't start on time because the holiday week, and it slowed down everything. But it is what it is. So I will say my health has improved a bit. The back pain is pretty much gone. My right knee is weak, but it's not as bad as it was. I have been attempting to move a little bit. Today I stood for a few seconds and actually took a couple steps. So it's positive. There's some motion there. Not nearly as much as I need to be, but I mean, at least I was able to stand and I could walk. Well, not walk. I could take a couple steps. So I'm hoping I'm just going to keep doing that repeatedly. Try to get a little further each day. And hopefully, eventually, I'll get to the point where I can just be back to normal. I just don't want this to be a long-term thing at all. I need to get back to doing what I've been doing before. I mean, I was not in great shape before in terms of walking because my back was an issue, where if I stood for too long, I would have a sharp pain in my lower back. But even that's better than this, where I can't even stand. So, because at least then I could walk short distances. And as long as I sat down, I was good. So hopefully by the time, throughout the next week, I'll at least be able to start walking a little bit more, but we'll see what happens. So that's pretty much it. Thank you to everybody again who donated and who contracted me for a cameo or catching them shiny Pokemon. I am still open for those because I still need money to get me through the next week. So if anybody wants to help out, or wants me to film a short video for them or catch them some shinies, I will once again leave my Venmo and my CashApp in the description in case you want to help out. Hopefully things will be okay and I won't have to ask for any money again after I start at work, but I have to get there first. It's just a matter of getting there. So anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Again, hopefully once things start getting better, I'm going to try to upload more videos on this channel and on in general. I mean, I haven't been uploading much, period. Just because, again, it's tough when not only is it difficult for me to move, but like I have so much on my mind right now. I'm just an absolute disaster. So it's tough to focus on editing a video when I have so much on my mind and so much going on. So hopefully I'll be able to upload some more videos soon on this channel and on Plays. And I mean, if all goes well, hopefully we can actually do some stuff for Christmas. I really want to, because like with how bad the last couple months have been, like I really need a good Christmas. So I'm really hoping once things start to turn around that we can do some fun stuff for Christmas. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of This Week. Bye.